Hey. Hey. How you doing, beautiful? I am excited, excuse me, excited to be with you again today. Um, we are going to really be talking about overcoming stagnation during COVID-19. So maybe you feel like you haven't been getting a lot done. I know that some of you may be working, some of you may not be working. But either way, you might feel that you're not actually making a lot of progress in your goals, in your career, in your life. And maybe you feel kind of like me sometimes that I'm in just crisis management because we're in somewhat of a crisis. And it's all depending on how you look at things. And so I wanted to really come on and kind of talk about that because I know myself. I've had so many things to do that I haven't felt like super productive on like one main necessary thing. And for me, that's really tough because I am a productive person. I like to get stuff done no matter what. And if you're like me, stay tuned because we're really going to be talking about that. But first, if you haven't already, please do so and subscribe to my channel. Also, hit the notification bell so that you know when I go live or when I upload a new video. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that we are staying connected because this is one of my mediums in terms of being connected with you all. So here's the thing. Lately, I've been feeling like I've had my hand in the cookie jar in like a lot of different cookie jars, right? I've felt like there are so many different things that I have going on, and I haven't been able to get anything necessarily significantly done on any one thing. And so I know that a lot of you may be feeling the same way. And I wanted to really talk about it because it's really been on my mind. I really think that right now we have an opportunity to explore purpose. And what that really is just what things mean to you. What is something that means something to you the most, right? What is that one thing that you're supposed to do on this earth, on this planet, that's going to make somebody else's life better? And of course, it doesn't even have to be one thing, but your focus, however, has to be one thing. So here are some of the things that I kind of thought about when I was thinking about overcoming just stagnation of not getting what I want to get done. And like I said, you may even not be working right now, and you may find yourself doing a lot of Netflix and chilling and eating and doing all those kinds of things. And so you might feel a little bit stagnant in your career because you don't have a job to go to. And I totally understand that. Or you may be working and you may be working a lot and you might be on crisis mode. And because you're on crisis mode, you can't think about your future because you're too busy putting out fires. And so I understand both ways. And so I'm going to speak to it. In terms of me, because I have so many different things going on, like, the business, school, and children, and the husband, is very hard to be able to manage all things. And like I said, if I have another video here talking about is balance really real during COVID-19. And so if you want, you can check that out. It's a really good video. And although I don't think that there is a such thing as balance in a traditional sense, there are some things that we can do to try to balance our lives a little bit better. However, if you're feeling like you're not getting things done, here are some things that I've been thinking about and I'm implementing in my life as well in order to make myself feel and be more productive. Not just feel, but actually be more productive. So the first thing is you have to really choose your one thing. What is your one thing? And I'm actually reading a book right now, or listening to a book because I always listen to books, and it's called The One Thing. And I really love this book. It's by Gary Keller. And I really love this book because he talks about really narrowing down your one thing. Now, you may have a global one thing, right? Your global one thing may be your job or whatever you do for your work. but you also can have a daily one thing. And the way they say to narrow it down is basically narrow down is what is the one thing, ask yourself, what is the one thing that I can do today that makes all other things unnecessary or insignificant? Woo, that's good. He said it a little bit different, but it's kind of the same way. But so, what is the one thing that makes all other things, one thing that you can actually do today that makes all other things unnecessary or insignificant? That's good. That is good. And so, if you figure out what that is for you on a daily basis, you will start to feel like you're making progress. But here's the thing, when I talked about a global one thing, you have to have a sense of purpose, right? You can't just be doing things just to be doing things to check them off the list. I got this cute little list that you saw me hold up before. So it's got you got this, and then it's got like all my little to-do things and everything like that, and then I can check them off. I'm a big person who checks stuff off, and that may or may not work for everybody, but it works for me. However, I have my one thing always at the top, and I try to get my one thing done first outside of work, right? Of course, I have to work. You have to work if you're working. If you're not working, you can go into your one thing right away, right? I have to a lot of times get a lot of work out of the way because for me, that comes first in terms of everybody got to eat. I got to eat. So I got to work, right? So that may be the same for you. But if you are not working right now, then you can start off on your one thing. So, what is the one thing that you can do that'll make everything insignificant or even unnecessary for yourself? But it's got to be something that's leading you to something that's a bigger purpose. And so, I'll give you an example. I've been thinking about this one thing for quite some time because I have I feel like I have all these one things, and then you may feel the same way. You're like, I have all these one things, but the one thing for me that I keep going back to, which is not allowing me to do a lot of my other stuff, is school. School, school, school. If you don't know, I'm in school getting a PhD in business psychology. And for me, that is my one thing right now. It is super immensely important to me. And if I play my cards right, which I'm trying, I will actually graduate this year, later on this year. And so I'm really hustling. But that just the sheer act of school and doing homework and everything takes up so much time that so many other things in my life just don't get done. They don't get done. Even work sometimes is really difficult coaching my clients because I'm coaching and then I'm doing schoolwork. And I'll give you an example. Today, I have a major project due in one of my classes. It's the final project of the class because the semester is almost over. And I got to get it done. So, guess who's going to be up late tonight doing homework? Me. Because it has got to get done. But it's my one thing. But I have to sprinkle it in between coaching calls because I also have to work. So if you're not feeling productive or you're feeling stagnant in your career, it's maybe because you haven't identified the thing that's most important to you. For me, getting my PhD in business psychology is going to allow me to take what I do in terms of coaching to the next level, coaching and teaching to the next level. I love what I do. And I didn't necessarily need a PhD, but I am a learner for life. I love to learn. I have to learn. It is what makes me thrive, helps me think. And so with that, I have to get those things done first. And they mean a lot to me because when I'm able to complete school, then I'm able to teach more women how to be successful, how to live their lives at the table. I'm able to be able to do all those things because, and guess what? You're without any distractions. So I want you to spend time on that one thing every single day.